Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to talk about Cobra Kai today, the popular series that is now on Netflix. It was on YouTube. So if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate that. Now, as many of you know, Cobra Kai is the 2018, it began in 2018 on YouTube. So I guess you could call it a web series, but it's basically a television series. And it picks up in the characters' lives of the Karate Kid, the 1984 classic film, which I just watched recently. I did see it back in the day when I was a junior in high school when it came out in 1984, and I liked it, but I think I liked it even more on a more recent viewing. I thought it held up really well. My son and I watched this. He actually rescued this movie from my antique mall. I have a booth in an antique mall, and I had it out for just $3 for the special edition, which is too cheap considering, you know, it's a really popular movie now because it is the film that did inspire Cobra Kai. And as all of you know, martial arts master Mr. Miyagi teaches karate to a bullied teenager, and the teenager, Daniel LaRusso, he wins the big tournament in epic fashion with his big crane kick. He defeats Johnny Lawrence, you know, the big school bully, the big blonde, the big stud, the big man on campus, and it was a great movie. And I was talking to my son about it. I said, wow, that was really good. That holds up really well. That's maybe as good as Rocky films. And he was like, well, not as good as Rocky. It doesn't really have the, you know, the weight of best picture, but it's certainly better than Rocky 3 and 4. And I was like, wait a minute, I love Rocky 3 and 4. Let's just say it's as good as the Rocky sequels and certainly better than Rocky 5. But anyway, Karate Kid is a great film, holds up really well, and I just really enjoyed watching it, and it got me purely primed for Cobra Kai, which I highly recommend you watching Cobra Kai on Netflix, but definitely watch at least the first Karate Kid first. I didn't watch the sequels this time around. I just watched the original film, and that's definitely enough to get you prepped to watch Cobra Kai. And I want to talk about 5 things I really, really like about Cobra Kai, what I'm enjoying in the series. Now, the series does, Cobra Kai picks up, and it started in 2018, but it picks up where, it doesn't pick up where Karate Kid left off, obviously. It picks up basically as if real time had transpired between the original film and today. And the original actors are back, and it's awesome. And number 5 of what I like about this, what I'm enjoying about this, is that Ralph Macchio, who plays Daniel LaRusso, who did the famous, you know, the big crane kick against Johnny Lawrence in the film Karate Kid, and that kick, that tournament where Daniel defeated Johnny, that resonates with these characters today, and they do reprise their roles. Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso and William Zabka as Johnny Lawrence. They do a fantastic job, and they are completely all in. And number 5 is the fact that they are both executive producing this series, and it shows you that they're all in, not only just as actors. This isn't just a money grab for them. You can tell because they are fully invested. They do a terrific job. You can tell they're playing these characters heart and soul. So number 5 is the fact that they're executive producing it, and it shows that they are on board fully with this, and that they're not just tacking their name onto it. They are fully invested, literally and figuratively. And number 4 and 3 tie into number 5 because it's about each of those characters' performances in this series. I keep wanting to say in this film because it is epic, it's sweeping, and it has kind of a cinematic flavor at times, but it's definitely a television series essentially. But LaRusso, so the way Ralph Macchio plays him and the way he's written, he's essentially a good guy, but he's not perfect, and he kind of comes across as a little bit of a bully, as you'll see when you watch the show. And there will be some, this isn't going to be a spoiler-heavy look at Cobra Kai. You might, I mean, yeah, you could, if you just don't want to know anything about it, watch the series first, then come back and watch my thoughts on this. But there's just very mild spoilers, nothing big, you know, nothing like that. It's just going to be basically my general impressions of it and what I'm enjoying about it. And so I love that they paint him as kind of unlikable because, you know, he's rich and he owns this you know, several car lots, and he's slightly, you get just a hint of arrogance and maybe that he's just a little bit of a bully, but not too much so. He appears to be a solid family man, but maybe flawed. he doesn't seem to have a good grasp, know what to do with his son, who's just this guy that's addicted to video games and is a smart aleck to his dad, stuff that I would never put up with. And he's a flaw, his relationship with his son tends to be not all there, and he has a better relationship with his daughter as the series plays on. But I like that he's a multi-layered, nuanced character. Does a great job. So I like that they play Daniel's son not as just just a black and white, just 100%. The series isn't just black and white, and I like that they play him as a nuanced character who has some good qualities, but who can be a little bit unlikable and even a bit of a bully. And if you watch the series, you'll know what I'm talking about. So that's number 4, the portrayal of LaRusso by Ralph Macchio and the way he's written. And similarly, number 4, the way William Zabka plays Johnny Lawrence. He does a fantastic job. William Zabka, whatever, however you say it. Johnny Lawrence is another great character. He's down on his luck. He's a sympathetic character. He's succumbed to alcoholism. And the big tournament where he was destroyed by LaRusso with the big crane kick, the big finale of Karate Kid, that has stuck with him, as it has LaRusso. Both characters are impacted by that tournament in such a way that it has affected their lives. Johnny Lawrence is real down and out, and LaRusso uses his karate experience and the big crane kick to help promote his car lots. So both characters are heavily impacted by the events seen in Karate Kid, and it's just awesome. It really works well, and it's just great. These characters are awesome, and they're nuanced and multi-layered, at least as far as you can be with a TV series that's, pretty, it's not like super experimental or anything, but it is still nevertheless excellent. I'm really enjoying it so far. So far, I have very few complaints about it. And today I'm talking about the 5 things I really enjoy about it. And so let's get to number 2, flashbacks. There are multiple flashbacks in this series, primarily to the original film. And you definitely need to watch the original film to pick up on those better, and just to, even if you saw it a few years ago or back in 1984, you'll want to watch it again just to have all that fresh in your mind. And they do a great job with flashbacks. And it's just enough nostalgia to not be too overbearing. And it ties in perfectly to the current storyline. And the flashbacks from Johnny's angle makes Daniel look like a little bit of a bully, even in Karate Kid. Not just in Cobra Kai, not that he's just a little bit arrogant or whatever in the Cobra Kai series, but that from Johnny's perspective in the Karate Kid, Daniel was a bit of a bully. Daniel was the jerk. So just watch the series Cobra Kai and you'll see what I'm talking about. So that's number 2, just brilliantly done flashbacks throughout. Number 1, and this could go far beyond number 1 because I'm talking about the performance of the kids. I could go through every just talk about every single, I say kids, teenagers, whatever. Some of them probably early 20s playing teenagers. I didn't look up all their ages, but basically they're portrayed, as under 18 because that's what these, they believe Cobra Kai, I believe that's their thing, under 18, whatever the case. Teenage kids, whatever. They all do a fantastic job. Lots of great performances, and I want to point out 3. Jacob Bertrand as Hawk is just phenomenal. He starts off as almost a mute. He's got this really bad deformity on his upper lip, and I guess he had a hair lip at one time, and they had done surgery on that, and the surgery didn't make it, it's still very obviously noticeable, like kind of a couple of red marks right here. And he is just absolutely brutalized at school because of that, and it's really sad. And he's basically turned almost a mute. He barely talks early in the movie, I keep saying movie, early in the series, and he's a sympathetic character, but he's just so terribly shy. And in the show, he transforms. I'll let you guys watch it for yourself. Believably, quickly, but at the same time believably. He transforms into basically another person, someone much more outgoing, someone with confidence, someone that's a little bit cut, and someone that you can really watch. So character growth typically takes a longer time for it to be believable. He has a very fast transformation here, but it is believable even so. So he just does a great job of going from this just sad, pathetic kid with this deformity to someone who's super confident and beyond. You'll see how his character develops as it goes. I won't give away too much there. Let's see, Gianni DeCenzo, if I'm saying that right, is Dimitri. He's basically this kid, the type of kid that almost nobody likes in high school. Maybe they have one or two friends because he's so anal retentive. He may be on the spectrum a little bit because everything has to, he's super smart, but he's annoying because he's always pointing out all this micro specifics of everything, kind of like Sheldon on Big Bang Theory. But these are characters, they're not really stereotypes. I would call them more archetypes because they're so well done. And lastly, Nicole Brown as Aisha. She does a great job from being sort of the awkward gal that's a friend to a real pretty popular girl, and how that pretty popular girl sort of shuns her a little bit to fit in better, you know, with the cheerleader types, the popular girls. And that's really, she does a great job as well there. And she finds her niche, and you know, and it's all through karate. Karate obviously interweaves throughout this series, and there are just enough fight scenes to make it good. But anyway, those are my 5 reasons that, just 5 thoughts I wanted to share with you guys of why I'm enjoying the series. It is really excellent, great acting all around, good fight scenes, really enjoyable, a great follow-up to The Karate Kid. When I first heard about Cobra Kai, I was like, okay, a follow-up to The Karate Kid, whatever. But then when I kept hearing such great things about it, it made me really, really want to watch, which I've done and which I am doing, and I'm really glad I have. Very well worth my time. Great show. I highly recommend it. What do you guys think of Cobra Kai? And what do you think of Karate Kid? Let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. Are you watching the show? If you are, please share your thoughts. Thank you for liking this video, and thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. I will see you guys in another video.